Hey TikTok, so I have a question. Can Christians celebrate birthdays? The reason why I asked this is because earlier today I came across a video where this woman stitched another video by another woman that was talking about birthdays and basically that it's pagan, it's rooted in pagan. We shouldn't celebrate it because look at Jeremiah 44:19. And it reads, "And when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and pour out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?" So she took that and took it way out of context. And it was like, oh well, we do we we turn off the lights when we're singing happy birthday. That's chanting. And a person has to, and we lit candles, and the birthday person makes a wish. First and foremost, who is still making wishes unless you're like a child? If you grown, you really sitting up here anyways. I'm not about to get into that. Secondly, nowhere in this verse is it talking about candles. We don't burn incense because it mentions incense. And if you are worshiping the Queen of Heaven, which is an Egyptian goddess, and that was only one of her names because it's actually the Ishtar. And do we pour out drink offerings? Like, what was in that drink that they was pouring out? It could have been blood in there. I don't know. It could have been something. But the point is, people will take scriptures and line it up with their falseness and make it sound good and make it sound like, and get people to think like, yeah, that's why I stopped celebrating birthdays. Or that's why Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays. Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate any birthday. Well, I mean, they don't celebrate any holiday. That's all year round. But do we worship the person or do we celebrate? Those are two different words. Worship and celebration is two different things. And do we give offerings other than, giving them a gift because it's their birthday? It's just, I look at it like this because I understand we're all under different levels. But you have to also remember that there are agents that are sent by the enemy to infiltrate the church and to give you falseness. Some people are not Christians, and we know this because, or not followers of Jesus Christ. Look at the woman in Acts 16, where Paul had to cast out divination. Although what she said was very true, she was sent by her masters, who were basically witches. And Paul had to cast that spirit out. So it goes to show, even if a person is saying something, it may sound right, it may be right. The point is, you got to use discernment with your spirit, man. And you have to use wisdom. You have to be wise in who you listen to and what you allow yourself to be open up to, because that is basically fear mongering. So people can get scared and, oh my gosh, I should stop celebrating birthdays. It's no different than when people go around talking about don't celebrate Easter, aka Resurrection Day. Don't celebrate Christmas. These are all big times during the year that more than likely people are willing to go to church, even if they haven't been to church in years. Okay? Each time there's a celebration, there's a holiday, there's always a pattern with somebody following up with, it's rooted in pagan. If you know anything about pagans, they celebrate everything. I knew a pagan. I had a teacher that was pagan, and he would talk about it all the time. So I got an earful. But the thing is, yes, There's one birthday in the Bible that it talks about, which is Pharaoh's. Now, a lot of things that I looked up on the internet, which, you know, you gotta really make sure you're using a reliable source, because many of the things that I looked up and sources that I saw were blogs. You can't use a blog. You don't even know where they get that information. It's all speculation. And you know, there's a lot of scary people that is just conspiracy. They scared of every little thing. You know, so just be careful, saints. Just be mindful. Just, you know, if somebody is giving you verses, look them up yourself and then read that whole chapter. Because when you just look at one verse, then you're taking that out of context. Let's read it all in full so that you can get a better understanding of what Jeremiah the prophet had to even, why was he speaking to these people that celebrate Queen of Heaven? Why was he there? Who were these people? So it's just, you know, learn hermeneutics. It will teach you a lot. And you'll get a better understanding when you look at it from that point of view instead of just surface level. So I pray that this helps somebody. God bless you. Keep it peachy.